Welcome to Tanks Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development. As the recording time of approximately 4 p.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum contract $2,642, up about 0.76% so far. As you can see clearly on the crypto market, we are relatively kind of a mixed bag, but collectively speaking, I think we are relatively flat to down at the moment, with some altcoin with respect to Terra and Shiba Inu both up respectively. Terra obviously probably up about 7% at the moment, just at the identified substantive consolidated level of 52, right? Against 62, 52, 45 on that specific coin. And on the media front, we are experiencing more negative news, but in more of a developmental type of news. But across the spectrum, nothing is really progressively getting better. I think most of these news are relatively digressive, actually. So we have heard on a media platform both from Joe Biden himself, but also from Putin himself as well. So with respect to Joe Biden, it seems like he, alongside with the White House press secretary Jen Psaki, has announced that they are in process of signing an executive order that will prohibit any new investments, trade, and financing by U.S. pension funds to, from, or in so-called the Donetsk People's Republic and Luhansk People's Republic region of Ukraine. So it seems like they are completely cutting off their financial trades or transactions between two countries. And in addition to that, some of the European leaders have also condemned Putin's announcement, which we'll dive into his verbiage a bit, on his announcements and issue basically a threat to respond to the blatant violations of the international law, basically to counter the executive order of the prohibition, right? So in addition to that, Putin has basically also announced on Monday evening, so technically today, right? We have like that time hour gap difference. He mentioned that he would announce and recognize the independence of the two breakaway regions of eastern Ukraine. And during his remarks, he also aired historical grievance against like the NATO, the United States, and also accused just all the Western governments of the hostility and just the negative treatments that is threatening the Russian security so far. And we also heard that from Kremlin said that Putin discussed his decision with the French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz early Monday, and both leaders expressed their disappointment but indicated their readiness to continue the diplomatic talk. Okay, so it seems like obviously one is a relatively negative news. Obviously, U.S. is completely cutting off all the financial circulations between the two nations, and at the same time, despite the hostility that Putin has put on air, and with respect to media affectation, the nations that are in the equation are indicating that they are still open to have a more of a diplomatic talk and just to come up with some sort of agreement or resolution to mitigate or potentially prevent the war from breaking out. Right, so kind of a mixed bag, but not positive. Definitely not like super negative, but like still not really nothing confirmatory at the moment. Let's just put it that way. So let's just dive into technical analysis without wasting more time. Apologies for me having just a little bit low energy. I've just been having consecutive meetings today, so I'm actually trying to catch my breath at the moment. But I promise you guys to be updating, so I'm right here with you. Hopefully you guys don't mind if I'm kind of stuttering at the moment. So respect to recording time of 4:13 p.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum country $2,653, up about 1.16% so far. Right now, we are exactly at the resistance level of the 2,628, right? The next level, if we break the current level, will be the 2,362. If we get even worse level, right, we will go down to ideally to the 2293, 2250, to 2150, which I believe is technically the rock bottom. Some people have asked me these questions before. If we, have a confirmatory signal that we are reviving back up, let's say the war doesn't happen and they come with some sort of a compromise or agreement, The next level technically will get back up to be the 2,750, which is a flat number, but it's not a real level, right? You could see that we had some consolidation there before, but the real level we need to get up to is the 2,850, okay? Respect to Bitcoin, we see that we have bounced from the 37,500 early today. We are at the 38 out of 70. Right now it's still in a relatively bearish setup, right? There's no confirmatory signal on the revival yet, but we are relatively oversold. So not a terrible level in terms of incurring risk still, despite obviously the negative, affectation that we see across the spectrum so far. Respect to Dogecoin, down about 1% right now at 1354. Anywhere from 1350 all the way to 12 cents is still logical with the 40 out of 70. So yeah, I think as we break below to 1325, that's a level I would start incurring risk at. Cardano's at 92 right now, down about 1%. Anywhere from current level all the way to 89 is still logical. That's technically the bottom with 34 out of 70. Solana's down about 4% as well. And at the moment at 87. Again, right, basically anywhere from again, right, like 90 all the way to 80 is still logical at the 35 out of 70. XRP is at 75 right now. We're basically consolidating on a sideways fashion just below the 78, right? If we break the current level, which we have a high propensity to do so, we just form a def cross at the same time with the 50 out of 70. 69 to 57 is definitely where I would ideally dollar cost average at. I would start by 62 all the way to 57. Polkadot down about 1%, 1668 right now, at the 33 out of 70. And apologies for some noise in the background. I think they're doing some construction nearby. And I would say anywhere from current level all the way to 1587 is so logical. Algorand's down about 2% so far at 83 cents at the moment. Again, anywhere from current level to all the way to 79 cents from here. Shiba Inu is reviving a little bit, not specifically due to any macro reason, obviously. It's mainly due to its own micro affectation. Right now, we form a def cross. We are levitating in between, so this is not real based on what we are bouncing from right now. So the risk is still high with the 46 out of 70. Again, low 2000s, 1400 to 900 from here. Polygon, again, anywhere from 142 to 120 would be the dollar cost average at. AVAX down about 3.37%. We have a long way to go, so ideally 59 to 50 where I would be dollar cost averaging at. Luna is up about 7%, not for a particular reason, with the 45 out of 70, so still no go. Seems like this is mainly due to its own micro affectation, but is it a risk that's worth risking? Ultimately, the coin Terra is still being dragged by the overall crypto market, so this is not something that you could just get away from eventually. And I think with respect to the current level, right, 62, 52 to 45, we're basically above 52 right now. So would I be buying now? For long term, yes, because it's still within the frame of DCA. But I personally prefer anywhere like around 45 from here. Alright, so that's the technical analysis for this Monday. Despite today's a US holiday, I'm still working. I'm back-to-back meetings. I'm really exhausted. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I'm just not feeling so well, under the weather in a way. I also underate today too, so I've just been drinking coffee. So apologies for my low energy, but appreciate you for joining me again. Let me know if you have any questions at all. But yeah, love you guys and take care, and hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye.